Hello, 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 hello. Ooh, God keep you in his loving arms and let his grace and mercy forever shine on you. Uh, just been to church. I had to get fed. I have to get fed to strengthen me. Last night, yeah, I'm tired now. I'm rejuvenated. I heard the word from a powerful pastor, and I mean, he feeds me where God puts him. He's where I am, we don't communicate verbally. I've never really conversed with him before. I've never conversed with him before. When I first joined the church, new members, he shook my hand and stuff like that. But we never talked, which I've been at the church. I used to be at that church for some years, but we've never had a conversation. So I don't know him personally, and he don't know me personally. But the God in him knows the God in me. And he preached today. He talked about no empty seats, talking about filling the church. I can't suggest people to a church that I had a bad experience with, and I can't suggest people to a church where I don't know people personally. I don't really know people personally. So, but other than that, I can't say when I go, I get the word, But I don't believe in recommending a church unless you know a lot about that church, because I had previously, Lord Jesus, because I was going to come out here and I want to say something else, but I'm going to go into this for a minute. When you invite people to church, because I invited people to church when I was thrown into that church, and I invited people there, and they said, how was your pastor? I said, I don't know. I said, there's a lot of people there. I said, I never said by the same people off at the same time, because it's different services. It's 3 different services there, And they said, darn, well, I know my pastor. I said, talk to my pastor all the time. And, and I was like, well, I was understanding of it at the time. But, I mean, when you have a multi-member church, it is difficult for that pastor to know every member personally. So I always gave that respect. But, so, I mean, it is what it is. I can't address that because he's doing God's will. I have nothing to do with what God has over his life. And with those people that have that personal relationship with their pastor, more power to you. That's a beautiful thing. But God places everybody in different places. And wherever you get fed, however you get fed, I mean, I'm off get fed, So that's it. But the sermon was beautiful. I mean, he went deep into some stuff. What I like about this pastor is that, we're drinking Pepsi. I've been to multiple churches. I don't believe in just going to one church. Even if I'm a member of a church, I've always branched out. If somebody invite me to their church, I'm the type of person, I will go to your church. I'm not one of them people, oh no, I got to stay in my church. Nah, I will go. So I've been to a lot of churches, and out of all the churches I've been to, the pastor that I listen to that really is where I'm at and can feed me is the pastor there. And what he was talking about, he went deep with it, and he was talking about pretty much he's where I'm at, and what my beliefs are is that you have so many churches that want to take, like this is how powerful he is. He was talking about, he said he heard a preacher say that he want to get some, basically, I'm going to break it down to you, so I'm not going to use the words he used, because he's very intelligent. He used some of the big old giant words, but I'm going to come down to the nitty gritty. And basically what he was saying is he heard a pastor say that he wants some, get some people with some money and bring them into the church so to build up his church, and that's the type of people he wants there. And the pastor was talking about people being bougie, people, the churches, they making the church the clubhouse. And so I like that. I mean, he broke it down. He was talking about bring people in, and just like you got saved, you give that to other people and bring them in. And if not, basically what you're doing is he wants you to go out and be a disciple. And that's what I loved about that church, is that you Bible fed. You're not just verbally fed by the pastor and his associates. They take you into the word, and you go through, they really encourage you to go through new members class and your little master life classes and all that. I did all of them. New members all the way to Master Life 4. Yes, I did. And not that it make me better than anybody, but God was on me at that time to start something and complete it, and I was glad. And I did get to shake his hand, I shook his hand and other people's hands. They give you the hug and all that. But it was a beautiful thing. But that being said, it was beautiful, you know. So, part 2. This is just on my heart, and it's not about God. It's just about Louisville, Kentucky. And I know, I mean, you know, if you don't want to listen to me, you can turn it off. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to watch. I mean, that's your decision. But my thing, this is my pet peeve right now that irks me. Graffiti. Graffiti, graffiti, graffiti. I don't want to go street and say what I would like to say, but let me be proper. I don't understand why you want to write on a building. You know, I mean, this is our home. This is where we live. This is Louisville, Kentucky, where we live, where we lay our head, where we go to work, and where we do what we do. We go shopping downtown. We do what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I seen a dude down over here off of a Gonford. I was riding through. I ride around everywhere, just ride. I'm riding through. He's coming out. He's been doing graffiti on the building. So I call the police. I'm telling the police, hey, look, I see him. You know what I'm saying? That ain't about no snitching. I don't want to hear all that bull about no snitching. I'm talking about tearing up neighborhoods, especially in neighborhoods with those supposed to be ugly zip codes. It was a white guy over in supposedly poor neighborhood, get my drill, over there writing on a building. And I told, so I don't know. I didn't stay around to see if they caught him or not. But my thing is, why would you let somebody come in your neighborhood and break bottles, tear up your property, give your street a bad name? Because it is your street. Where do you live? I live on that street. You know the street over there where they got all of the graffiti on the wall. That's where I live over there. I live on the street over there where all the glass is broken and you can get a flat tire. And if you get a flat tire down there, you got to drive. If you down on 38, you got to drive all the way down to 18, 9 out of 10 times to get your tire plugged, which used to be, what, $2 to $3. Now, what, it's 5 and 10? I had a dude charge me $10 to plug my tire. And I don't have the money like that, but if you balling and you got money like that to keep repairing a tire, then more power to you. If you got the power and you don't have no self-concern, no self-respect, you know what I'm saying, no dignity and pride about your neighborhood, and you want somebody to come in your neighborhood and take and write all kind of stuff on the walls and stuff and all around buildings and stuff like that, then okay, more power to you. I don't like seeing it. I live in a neighborhood, thank God, and they not doing that. It's other things that go on around here, but at least that's not going on right there. You know, I deal with a whole lot of racism and all this type of thing. But I'm not running outside writing something in the street, you know, about, hey, it's racism here, this or that, or going beating on people's doors saying anything about it. To each his own. Let God deal with that person. I ain't got to say nothing to them. I already said what I need to say. Let God deal with them people. Let him work on their heart. I already prayed for them. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just on them. I had to look at me too. So God worked on them. He worked on me too. He's working on them and he's working on me. But the same thing, what I'm saying is, they don't disrespect my property. I don't disrespect their property. So when you're writing on buildings, the city of Louisville, Kentucky, will take, I'm speaking on their behalf, they will take and give you some cardboard to some big old plaques, some big giant boards, so you can take and express your artistic ability. Because I know that's what you want to do, and it's beautiful. Some things I have seen, I'm not going to lie, some things is beautiful, little colors and stuff you did. But please, when you're writing downtown, this is something maybe you're not thinking about. When you're writing on buildings downtown, those buildings cost multi-million dollars. Hey, I didn't get paid. You know what I'm saying? They didn't hire me for the job. I didn't put in an application for the job, but I didn't get hired for the job, so I don't have no hidden agenda in it. Feel me on that. I don't have that. But when I'm riding downtown, when I go places, I'm stressed out. Let me come to you real. I'm stressed out. I got a lot on my mind. So I ride certain neighborhoods. I just ride. My daddy put that in me. You know, he used to take us a ride and show us big houses and stuff. He never did tell me, look at that house so you can't get it. Look at that house. Wouldn't that be nice to live? My daddy put that in me. My father put that in me. My mother put that in me. You ride in neighborhoods that's a little classier than where you live to let you know there's something to reach for and something to achieve. When I go downtown and I'm riding through and I want to relax my mind, I want to see beauty. The big tall bank buildings downtown, big LG&E buildings downtown. It's nice. Not that I really want to look at LG&E because, you know what I'm saying, I don't like taking my money there, but I'm looking. Then all of a sudden I see they just put this building up. They just invested not only money but time into these buildings, and then it's all this spray paint on it. For real now. When people come in, this is what you feel in the real ass. When people come to Louisville, Kentucky to visit, to tour, okay, we complain. I almost said another word, but we complain about we don't have money for this, we don't have money for that. Okay, yeah, we're going to do things. We're going to get together and we're going to pull money where there is no money, because if we print money, we can get money. But here it is. People come into Louisville, and we get money from them coming in here to tour. Not only that, people come in here, when they see Louisville, they go back and tell people how Louisville is. Do you want somebody coming into your house saying, hey, I came in your house was dirty. You had all kind of paint over your house, man. I wouldn't want to go over their house no more. The same thing, Louisville is your house. It's your city, but it's your house. Do you want people to come over here and to sit back and look and say, oh, man, yeah, I went to Louisville. I've never seen that much graffiti. Liquor stores on every corner. All that graffiti everywhere. Oh, my God. Because some stars, some rappers, some of the people that you put on pedestals, they came here to Louisville. They visit Louisville, and that's what they see. And then they go back and report it. And some of them take and put it in songs about what they seen. They might not per se say definitely Louisville, but up on the visits here, they do go back and put some of that in their lyrics. Do you want them? Oh, yeah, I was in Louisville. Yeah, man. And it had all of the graffiti everywhere. Graffiti everywhere. Graffiti. Louisville. Graffiti. Is that what you want people to say about the city where you live? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can hear you now saying, F Louisville. Yeah, but people say that about America, but I don't see them breaking their neck to leave here. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like something about it, okay, keep quiet about it. Don't disfigure it. Just walk away. But like I said, if you really feel that you need to display your artistic ability, then Louisville will furnish you. We'll get together and we can sit down, or you can write us a letter. We got Facebook, we got all kind of multimedia things where you don't have to be exposed, and just write and say that you need some of the paperwork, you need some of the cardboard. Then you can take and put all your artistic ability, your work on these cardboards. They will be displayed in specific areas so everybody in Louisville, Kentucky can see all of your artistic ability. And then after a period of time, we will take it down and we'll show you a new one. But as far as expressing it on a building that costs multi-millions of dollars, that's going to turn around and come back out of other people's pockets, that's what the government says. Hey, so we're not going to get deep with that one. But let it be told, somebody got to repaint the building. Some of the buildings can't really be painted. They wasn't painted at first. So then people got to go back in and redo some architecture on a building that wasn't first designed for that. I mean, I'm just saying stop and think. And as you see, I mean, it just bothers me. I mean, you don't see what I see. I think if you ride around some and you take a little respect in yourself and take a little more respect in the neighborhood where you live, then you will take and not want to see these disfigurements on buildings, you know. I mean, like I said, I mean, that's just my thing. I'm not trying to get no clap. I mean, that's just something that I see. And like I said, I don't see no need for it. And, you know, if you see somebody doing that, say something about it. It ain't about snitching right there. You know, I know what snitching is. You know what snitching is. We talking about people running around disfiguring a building. It's the same thing. I'm not going to put it in the category of child molesting, but if you see somebody running around trying to take a child, harming a child, you going to call, was that called snitching? If you see a guy ride around the corner 2 or 3 times, and the next thing you know, he grabs this little girl, you hear the little girl holler, help, and she's 5 or 6 years old, aren't you going to open your mouth and at least try to call the police? I call somebody and say, hey, I see it. Try to get the license plate number. Try to do something. Run up on the person. Try to do something to prevent that child being abducted. Is that snitching? Okay, then. Let's stay on the same page. Let's take it and have pride in our neighborhoods. You know, I mean, like I said, I clean around my house. That's what my mama taught me. It was in me when I was young, yeah. I look at her out there cleaning up 5 and 6 in the morning, sweeping in front of her house and sweeping in front of the neighbor's house next door, which our neighbor was white, so I'm not prejudiced. When I grew up, Miss Kay lived next door. God's gift to the world, Pine Time, her dog. You know, Miss Kay, my heart. Mama sweep in front of her house, and on the left and right of her, take the trash up, cut her own grass and all that. That's what my mama did, you know. It's just funny how we look back and and we see all the things. When I look back and I see all the things that my mother instilled in me and how now I'm using them. But when I was young and I didn't know better, when I was young and dumb, and some people say full of, you know what? When I was young and dumb, I was like, look at her. I wouldn't be cleaning in front of their house. Look at her, But you know what? I got older. When I was a child, I was a child. Now I'm an adult. And the Bible says when I was a child, I thought as a child, talked as a child. But when I became an adult, I put away childish things. Put away childish things. That's childish. That's childish. When you should be at an age that you want to have respect for your home. You want to have respect for where you live, for society. My mother taught me this. And I'm going to say this and then I'm getting out for her. And it's another message, another subject I want to talk about later on. But my mother taught me and my brother, the lady that if you following me, you'll see my mother's 90 and she's in the process of dying. She's been here 90 years. She's been here 90 years. She's been here 90 years and she raised me and my brother. And she didn't raise us perfect. No, she didn't raise us perfect. I don't say me, she didn't raise me perfect. But she did the best that she could, and by God's grace and His mercy, I'm still here. And this is one thing that she taught me and my brother, that we both carry. My brother has an excellent job, God bless him. Me, I'm wavering here and there. But I'm here, and I believe in God, and that's what she gave me. The best thing she ever gave me, besides those butt whoopings, the best thing she ever gave me was God. The best thing she ever gave me was God. But this is what she told me and my brother, and we carry it to this day. She said, in life, she said, you might not want to respect me. She said, but you want to respect somebody. That's what she told us. And we wasn't real slow. She told us that as we was arriving to the high school age, when we getting ready to get in at 10th, 11th grade, because we want to start talking back and we want to start staying out late. Past that light, coming in when we feel like it. And she started locking the door and leaving us out. We learned real quick, too, with that rule. My mama 5 feet, but hey, we was taller than her, but man, she locked you outside, you locked out. We couldn't get in. You better not lose your key because you're not getting another one. Believe me. But she said, and what that means is, as long as you living in this world, you might not respect your mama, you might not respect your daddy, you might not respect your sisters and your brothers, you might not respect your kids, you might not respect your pastor. But I tell you what, there is somebody you're going to respect, and that's the law. I'm not just talking about police. I'm talking about because beyond the police, there is a judge. There's somebody that can sentence your tail to some time, to some death. That's something to think about. And I'm not talking about just doing that because of graffiti. I'm talking about that meaning that you can do things in society that's not being an abiding citizen. And you could be put in jail, so therefore you would have to answer to somebody else, because anything we do in this world, there are consequences. God tells us that. There are consequences to your actions. Why would He say it's consequences to your actions when you're living here and you think the man that created you, there's not going to be any consequences later on? He just created you. Oh, poof, I did all of that work, put your fingers together, let you be born inside of a woman, and she carried you specifically 9 months, and then she gave birth to you, and then after that, you're going to die. That's it. Nah, I don't believe it. Too many things in life shows me that. The generational curses that I've seen in my life, I've witnessed in my life, that need to be broken. So if I'm repeating that, if I see generational curses being repeated while I'm living, what do you think that came from? That came from that last person, generation. Generation, mama, daddy, uncle, great-grandmama, great-great-great-grandmama, great-great-great-great-granddaddy. Those things like that, generational curses, things you pass down. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to be brief. I got invited out to a place to have lunch. And that's a beautiful thing because I'm hungry. But like I said, please eat on this. Eat on this and go out and be disciples for the Lord. God bless you. God keep you. Have a wonderful, marvelous, fantastic